Let's check in with Dan Boss right now. Hey, Dan, I know it's a Michigan tradition to head up north for the cabin, to the cabin, but not everybody owns their own cabin. You got a new twist on that story tonight.
Well, that's exactly right. As you just said, thousands of hunters do head up north every year to the honey cabin. Many of them might stay in tents or trailers or motorhomes. But one northern Michigan man has a way you can set up camp with a cabin.
At first glance, Natetreece's hunting cabin looks like many other cabins. But when you look a little closer, you see it's different. The whole cabin comes apart and fits on the back of a pickup. Treece calls it the portable cabin.
We wanted to get up hunting, and we needed to have something to stay in that we wanted to stay warm and stay dry and not have to worry about the snow. And it just built it designed to fit the size of a pickup, to go on the back of a pickup, and you kind of put things together from that thing.
Treece ended up selling the first cabin he made, but a lot of people heard about it and kept asking him to make them one. He says the cabins would have been too expensive if he had to build and ship them. So he came up with a set of plans that shows people how to build a completely portable 12-foot by 12-foot cabin for about $750.
Well, this is a 12 by 12 unit right here. It's expandable. You can go 12 by 18 to sleep 6 or 8, but 12 by 12 seems really small if you were to think about the dimension, but you can see I have plenty of room in between. They're 6.5-foot bunks by 3 foot wide, 3.5-foot cushions on the bunks. They're built in. They're all part of the structure of the framework, and yet you still have plenty of room to maneuver around, as opposed to if you were in a pickup camper. If you had 2 people in a pickup camper, you're always fighting to have room back and forth. With your bunks, you have plenty of room. You have headspace above, and you have room for storage underneath. You can sit up on top of the bunks, still have plenty of headspace up top, without banging your head around. You want to be able to be completely functional, where you can come in, you can sit down, have your meal at the table, have 4 of you sitting in here. Also, we have cooking area as well as a sink in here that you can do all your washing from. You still need to have the room and be able to be completely inside if the weather turns bad. Well, you have ample shelves around here so that you have a place to put your gear, shelving underneath the table here as well. You can use whatever kind of cook stove you want, whether it be propane or white gas. Then for washing up, you can just remove the cutting board here. We have a built-in sink inside, and then that just goes into a 5-gallon bucket. The wiring runs within the panels themselves. They all quick connect together, and they run right down the wall, connect to a 12-volt battery, so you don't have to have electric power while you're out there. The battery runs down. You can hook it up to your truck with a set of jumper cables and charge it back up.
Treece says all those comforts of home are surrounded by completely insulated walls that make the cabin easy to heat with any small vent-free heater. And the whole thing can be set up by 2 people with a wrench in about an hour and a half.
If you have a real nice travel trailer and you don't want to take it back deep into the woods, get it all scratched up, you want to get back into the woods where you're away from a lot of hunters. This is an ideal situation where you can get it back as far as you can drive a pickup.
And Dave, if anyone would like more information on the portable cabin or would like to order those plans, they can call that number in Cedar, Michigan that's listed there on the TV screen. They can also contact me here at the station. I can give them that number. Can also give them an email address that they can get in touch with Treece Enterprises too. And I'll tell you what, I was really impressed, Dave, with the size of that cabin. You hear 12 by 12, it seems small, but really a lot of room in it. And again, something that once you've got it put together with materials you can get at any building yard, you can set it up in an hour and a half with 2 people or 45 minutes with 4. Quite a project.
Yeah, those pictures were definitely worth the proverbial 1,000 words. Have you ever seen anything that neat? That looked really fantastic.
I really hadn't. Not with this one panelized like that breaks down so small that you can put it in the back of a pickup truck and can set it up so easily, and yet it really insulated. It's just like a regular cabin then, so that's really the hot setup for someone who likes to maybe get back in off the beaten path but still have the comfort of a cabin.
So you can buy the plans and take advantage of all that well thought out planning.
That's exactly right.
Outstanding. Thanks, Dan. We'll see you again on Thursday.
See you then.
Say, deer hunting can be a very strenuous activity, putting up the cabin perhaps.